Hi, this is Reading with Mrs. Nagy, that's me, and Syllable Division Lesson 1. Now, your teacher may have given you a list of words to go along with what we're doing today, but if not, you can write down the words on a piece of paper and still do the same lesson, and that's fabulous too. Now, I am going to move at a pretty steady pace, so if at any time you need to, please stop the video and then continue on when you're ready. So I want you to know that words are like puzzle pieces. We're going to learn to take those puzzle pieces apart and put them back together again. So like in the word chipmunk, you have chipmunk equals chip plus monk, which equals chipmunk. And most of us have been taught to clap out our syllables, chipmunk. You hear two syllables, and those are the two parts you hear, chip and monk. Okay. So in order to split words into syllables, you need to first know the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. You also need to know about consonants. Consonants are all the letters that are not vowels. Now, the next step with syllables is to know that short vowels are closed syllables. Long vowels are open syllables. And I will have this chart here along the way for you so that it will be there for reference. You don't need to know it right this instant. If you don't know it, don't worry. I'm going to teach you. The next thing I want to refresh your brain with is digraphs. And digraphs are when you put two letters together to make a new sound. So the 5 digraphs that we know are SH, which says sh, TH, which says th, CH, which says ch, WH, which says wh, and PH, which says f. And finally, our syllable division pattern that we're working on today is right here, and it's VC/CV, which stands for vowel, consonant, split, consonant, vowel. All right, let's get started with our first word. Our first word is hot dog. I'm telling you that word because our objective today is to learn the steps on how to divide the word into syllables, not read the words. We're getting there. This is the first step in getting there. So the very first thing we want to do is to find the vowels. So let's review. Our vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. And if you forget, they're right here in this upper corner. So I'm going to find my vowels. So I see I have an O, and I'm going to put a V below that O, and I have another O. I'm going to put a V below that O. Then I'm going to draw a line connecting those two V's, and I call that line the bridge because it looks kind of like a bridge. Okay. And I'm giving you a second to do that on your paper. Good. Then now the next step is to work on the bridge. We're always working on this bridge. I see that I have the letter T right here. That T is a consonant, and consonant k starts with a k sound, and k is made by the letter C. So we put C right there. I also have a D, which is a consonant. So I put a C below that for consonant. And then according to my pattern right here, I split it right there. So then next I'm going to go up and split it right between those two. Go ahead and do that on your paper if you haven't yet. Now, moving along, I'm going to cover up the second syllable so we can focus on the very first syllable. We've split this word into 2 syllables. Now we need to look at this one. I see, here's my vowel. Oops, my pen got stuck. After my vowel is a consonant. that blocks the vowel, so I know this is closed. So I put a CL for closed. And then I can see that closed vowels are short. So I put the little short symbol above the O. So that's why it says hot, not hot. It was not a long sound. It's a short sound. It says hot, hot. Next. Go ahead and mark your paper if you haven't. Now I'm going to move this little screen over to the second syllable. So you can't see all the letters. You can still see my markings, but you can't see the letters. Now I see there's my vowel, and after the vowel is a consonant that blocks the vowel. So I know it's closed. So I put a CL there for closed. And I know according to my chart, if it's closed, it is a short sound. So I'm going to put a little line there to show that it's an ah. So I can read that d, ah, g, dog. Go ahead and mark your paper if you haven't. Now I'm going to take away my little screen. And now I can read it. It says hot dog, hot dog. And that's the first word that we've split into syllables. Hot dog. Good job. I'm going to move on to the next word. All right. Very first thing we do, we find our vowels. There's an A, so I'm going to put a V below the A, and then there's an I. I'm going to put a V below the I and draw a line. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can tell from mine. Now I'm going to work on the bridge. Here is the letter T. The letter T, it's not a vowel. It is a consonant. So below the T, I'm going to put a C. The letter F, it's not a vowel. So it's a consonant. I'm going to put a C there. I know from my pattern, I'm going to split it between two consonants. I'm going to split my word between two consonants. So I draw my line up. And now I've split the word. And that line is splitting the word into two syllables. So I'm going to cover up. Again, I'm going to cover this up just to help everybody understand what's going on. We're working on the first syllable. So I know after the vowel is a consonant. That means it's blocking the vowel and it is closed because there's a consonant after it. It is closed, so it makes a short A sound. So I'm going to make my short A. So that says k-at, cat. Go ahead and add that to your paper if you haven't. All right, I'm moving on to the second syllable. I'm going to move this aside this time. I'm not covering up the second one or the first one. Now, I find my vowel. I see there is a consonant after the vowel. So it is closed syllable. And that makes a short I sound. So it's f-i-sh, fish. And then I can read this word, cat, fish, catfish. So if you haven't added those markings of closed and your arrows, go ahead and do that. All right, we're going on to the next word. Okay. Next word. The first, okay, here's our next word. Remember what we do? Yes, we find our vowels first. So we have an B, O, there's a vowel. So I'm going to write V for vowel. I go B, C, A. Oh, there's another vowel. I'm going to write vowel there and then draw my bridge. Now I'm working on the bridge. I see I have a letter B right here and a C right here. They're both consonants. So I'm going to put a C and a C there for consonant. Now I found my pattern. Okay. And then remember, if we look over here, we're going to split between our two consonants. So I'm going to draw my line up through the two. And I'm going to block. I'm going to cover up the second syllable. Okay, I can see after the vowel, there is a consonant. So I know it's closed. And it makes a short O. So it says B, ob. I'm going to cover up the other. I'm going to take that away. Now, why did that come out such a crazy CL? CL. There, that's better. Now I can see on my second syllable, which is over here, that after the A, there is a T. There's a consonant. And it's blocking it, so it's closed. Makes a short A sound. So therefore, this says bobcat. Bobcat. Pretty easy. All right, are you catching on? I hope so. All right, we're going to make it a little bit more difficult the next one. Okay. First thing we do, find our vowels. All right. I'll get my pen going. Here, got an I. Put a V there. And then I see an A over here. And I have a big, long bridge. I go, uh-oh, I've got 3 consonants in between those vowels. What do I do? Dun, 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 dun. Now, I have to look at one thing. Now, you can only put 2 C's up there, but I have 3 consonants. I can only put 2 C's. 2. That means that some of those letters are going together to make a special sound. Well, if I put the H and the P together, this would say dis-hapan. But if I put the SH together, it would say dish pan. So what I do, I see that this word has a digraph in it. So I'm going to underline my digraph because I'm never ever split a digraph. Never divide in a digraph. That digraph gets 1 C because it makes 1 sound. And then the P gets the other C, the other consonant, and then I can see right there where to split it. And so then I can see it says dish pan. So when we have digraphs, they go together. Let me cover this up. All right, let's go back. Now I could see after my vowel, I have a consonant. So it is closed. It makes a short I. I. Move this over to the other side. I see that there is a consonant after the vowel. Makes it closed. Makes a short A sound for the word pan. Move that aside. I can see it's the word dish pan. Dish pan. All right. We're going to do one more together. All right, here we go. Let's find our vowels. All right. Go ahead and get started. Find your vowels. The U and the O. And draw your bridge. But dun 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 dun. We've got 3 consonants, but 2 of them go together. Which 2 go together? The PS or the SH? If we look over here, yes, SH is going to go together to make the sound shh. That's one of our consonants. The P is our other consonant. And then I know I'm going to split it right there. And it becomes the word upshot. All right, now let's look at this word. All right, I see that this vowel has a consonant after it, so it's closed. So I put a CL for closed, and it makes a short U sound, an I see after the O is a T, so it's closed, and it makes an ah sound. So then our word becomes upshot, upshot. I hope this is making sense to you. Now it's your turn to split the remaining words into syllables on your own. If your teacher provided you with a paper with a list of words, you should see these 5 on there. If not, you can write them down and do that on your own. Give it a try. I bet you'll do wonderful. See you next time on Lesson 2.